Jose with Homeboats and Travel, bringing you another walkthrough, this time of Mia Princippesa. This is a beautiful Catalina 470, and we're going to take an in-depth look at its features and capabilities. So with that, let's get on board and check it out. The Catalina 470 comes with a dual anchor roller. We have a nice deep anchor locker. We have the controls for the windlass located right here. Wide weather decks, shrouds are mounted inboard, which gives you a nice clear path. All of the hatches have hatch covers on them, but with the amount of space that's here, that makes it great for having a couple of bean bags here and turning this into a very nice lounging area or sunbathing area. We have our spinnaker pole mounted on the mast. We have an in-mast roller furling main. Our boom bang. You can see all the lines are led aft. Plenty of handrails as you're going forward or back. The lifelines are high up on your hip. And we have new canvas for the Bimini and Dodger. The radar is mounted on a Scanstrut gimbal base, which makes it great because as the boat heels, you lose visibility. This keeps the radar flat, so you're going to have minimal loss of radar range with this setup. I think it usually, to me, it works better than the old strapping it on the mast, and then whenever you're heeling, the radar is heeled that amount of degrees. We have our Traveler. And as you can see, looking forward, everything is very clear, lots of great visibility throughout. The weather decks are wide and they stay wide all the way aft to the boarding gate. Right here we have a very large, comfortable cockpit. On this model, the seat in front of the companionway is raised. So it makes for additional seating at the cockpit level. And you have dual helm stations. This boat is also equipped with solar. So you have 3 panels mounted on the arch. You have a nice stainless steel arch that carries the solar and also your dinghy. You have a nice high fuel aluminum floor dinghy mounted right on the arch. You have a nice sugar scoop with a swim platform. You also have access compartments on the steps, that's right there and right here. That gives you access to the lower side of the lazarette lockers. So this ones, they put bags on to hold the content, but if you take the bag off, there's more storage underneath. You have some nice seating on the rail. The helm station to motor from is going to be on your starboard side. You have our autopilot, your compass. These are Edson pedestals. And you have your shifter and throttle. Now this boat does not have a bow thruster. All the electronics are mounted center. So you have your radar and chart plotter, and you have your engine instruments. Over on this side, you have additional instrumentation for wind and an additional compass. So lots of space, lots of visibility throughout, a great setup. You have additional locker space underneath the cockpit seat on both sides. And both sides also have a hatch that provides light and ventilation to the aft stateroom. Over here, forward center, you have additional instruments, your wind speed, depth, and your center table provides for the combo. You know, this can be used as a cooler or as storage. It has a drain, so you can fill it up with ice. As you would expect on a 47-foot boat, everything is oversized. So these are Harken winches for your head sail sheets. You have an electric cabin top winch to help you with all your halyards and additional lines. And you have another cabin top winch on the opposite side. You can see all the lines are let aft. You have a line locker and line bags. So if you want apartment style living while traveling the 7 seas, this is a great boat to do that. I'm 6 foot tall. This is over 7 feet above my head. So it's an enormous salon area. Call it your living room. You have two, I call these kind of the captain's chairs. They rotate so you can move them around. You have a nice little cocktail table for, you know, if you're doing work on your computer or you just need an area to have a cocktail with friends. The big settee on this side is big. I mean, you can probably put 8 adults sitting in this area very comfortably. This table, you can get the shorter legs and bring it down and put another cushion and turn this into a giant double. So if you need additional sleeping space, this would accommodate anybody. You have storage throughout on the different compartments. Beautiful wood grain throughout. I mean, it's a beautiful boat. I think you would really enjoy it. The nav station on the Catalina 470 is very practical. It's very roomy. You have storage underneath the desk portion. As you can see, I'm 6 foot tall. Look at the amount of room I have underneath, and there's still a huge ditch bag, an emergency bag right under here for storage. You have drawers for additional storage of electronics or other items that you may need. You're going to have your AC/DC panel, very accessible. Everything is labeled. You have your battery monitors. You're going to have your tank monitors, fusion radio, your AC panels, and the radium go, your generator switch, and your VHF. You have a backup VHF and a SIMRAD and a portable handheld unit. The orientation on the nav station is forward, so you're forward facing. So it's very comfortable and very practical. As you can see, I'm standing on the galley of the Catalina 470. This is probably a 7+ foot height on the cabin ceiling. I'm 6 foot tall, so I mean, this is super spacious. This is like a true apartment, you know, 2-bedroom apartment. So the galley, the design of the galley gives you a lot of safety at sea, as you can brace yourself in the horseshoe portion if you're doing prep or you're accessing the refrigerator or the freezer. You have a Princess stove with a 3-burner and oven. This is propane. You also have the safety bar here. Normally you can put a belt on and clip yourself to this bar. So if you're cooking, you're securely fastened to the galley. You're going to have storage underneath. You have refrigerator with a forward door access, and you have a freezer. You have your stove, lots of counter space. You have a lip throughout to keep things from sliding off when you're cooking or you're making way. Air handler, microwave. There's all sorts of storage throughout the galley. As you can see, the amount of storage and locker capacity on the forward master suite is enormous. You have a nice hanging locker with light. There's a big shelf right under your port lights. Another large locker with shelves. Underneath the Pullman berth, you have more lockers and drawers. The Pullman berth is a very nice size. 2 people will sleep comfortably in here. You have lighting for reading. You have port lights and a hatch for ventilation and lighting. As you can see, this is a very comfortable master suite. The bed is very comfortable. There's room everywhere, is never going to feel cramped. The bed is outstanding, and there's room for 2 people here comfortably to spend the night. My feet are not touching the wall, and my head still has about, I don't know, 5-6 inches to get to the board. So if you're a tall person, you know, 6, maybe 6, up to probably 6'4", you would be very comfortable on this bed. There's lots of lighting, so it's very practical. You have curtains to bring the shades down, but overall, fantastic design. I'm giving you my perspective from the Pullman berth. I'm laying down, and my feet are not touching. So lots of space, very comfortable, lots of headroom. You're never going to feel cramped on this boat. The master head has mirrors, has storage, nice medicine cabinet, stainless steel sink, Corian countertops. You have your toilet paper roller down there, so it stays nice and dry. This is a dry head. You're going to have an electric head and another medicine cabinet. This is your shower stall, and unfortunately I'm not going to be able to show you the interior. I'll show you a picture because right now is full of all of the sails and cushions. But you can see, I'm going to stick my camera in here. That back there is the shower curtain. So there's all sorts of room in here to comfortably take a shower and stay dry. This boat has a full set of sails and additional specialty sails. So right now because the boat is for sale, they're storing them all in here. So I'm sitting on the head, just to give you a perspective like I always do in my videos. You can see the amount of space up, to the sides, down. My legs are nowhere near anything, so it doesn't feel encroached at all. So this is a wonderful design. Having this dry shower here is fantastic because you never have to worry about your clothes getting wet or having water on this portion of the head. So to give you my perspective, I'm sitting on the head. You can see how much room there is all around me. As I look up, it's the sink is within reach, but it's still far away from me. As we head aft, we're going to have our guest bathroom. And this is also a very large bathroom. Has deadlights and port lights everywhere for light and ventilation. You can see the amount of space from where the head is to the sink. Mirrors everywhere. You have a large medicine cabinet for storage back here, both sides. And this is also a dry head. So you have a shower stall. With lots of lighting. You have your shower controls and access to other items, and you have a bench. So this is also a dry head on this boat. So you're not going to have water coming from the shower into the area. You can see there's lots of headroom on this head as well. And if you kind of follow me inside, you can see the headroom and you can see the space all around. I mean, you can have a party in here with about 3 people. This is how big this space is. Key feature of this boat is the enormous aft stateroom with a centerline queen size berth. You have a ton of locker space throughout the cabin, illuminated. This one, I guess that the light is off, but this is the switch. You have drawers. Right now the cushions are there for the cockpit, but that's shelving space. Same thing on the opposite side. And there's a access to hatches for egress. And you have port lights and deadlights throughout, which provide a lot of light into this aft cabin. Forward, you have a nice, vanity mirror and a shelf, a little drawer, and this gives you access to the backside of the engine and the transmission. Getting into this bed, you have steps to the side, so you basically can come all the way up on the bed and lay down. You have lots of room up on the top, so you're not going to feel encroached or anything like that in here. It's actually very spacious and roomy. The bed is very comfortable. I still have about another foot over my head to get to the bulkhead, and my feet are inside the bed. I'm 6 foot tall. Plenty of room for 2 people. This is a great stateroom. So let me bring you on this side so you can see it from my perspective. You basically come through the steps, lay down, and this is what it looks like from my side. That's the ceiling. You can see the hatches. You have one on each side. There's another one on the opposite side. This was kind of creative. This is kind of like I guess you would call it a light dome, where basically You have a plastic insert or a bubble, and then that lets natural light come from the cockpit into the bedroom. As you look to the side, you have light, you have drawers, more storage space, you have a nice shelf and a fan. Lots of locker space, so you have his and hers on both sides. So as you can see, this is a very comfortable space. If it wasn't because I have to finish this video, could easily take a very comfortable nap right here. Great space, great room. I mean, this is apartment size living on the water. Actually, probably apartment plus size living on the water. You would really enjoy this space. Now, on a boat this size, having good access to the engine is key because you're dealing with a much larger engine that you would find on a smaller boat. So Catalina did a very nice job designing the access to the engine compartment. They put panels throughout, and they made the companionway steps easy to maneuver and get out of the way so you can do some engine maintenance. So you can see, once you unlatch, the companionway steps move out of the way, and you get into the engine compartment. You have your master bolt inverter, your charger. You have access to your filters, your fuel management system for your feeds, your sea strainer, your cooling container. So these are things you normally get to when you're doing maintenance. You want to make it easy on yourselves to try to get this thing serviced. So this is a great setup for that. They even put a bulb inline on both sides to help prime the rake cores, which is very important. As you look into the engine compartment, you have a very clean engine. You have access panels on each side. There's one over here. This one right here. There's another one further back. And there's another one on the rear of the engine. And that gives you pretty much unrestricted access to all of the engine components that you would normally have to get to get maintenance or repairs done. So because the companionway ladder has the handrail, basically it's very easy to use to close or open the engine compartment. Now, don't ever throw it. That's been held by a piece of wire. So you don't want to take a chance of breaking the wire and then this slamming into your beautiful sole. So just hold it. It really is really well balanced, so it's not heavy to maneuver. And then you put your latches on to secure everything back in place. Great design, great setup. If you're interested in purchasing this beautiful Catalina 470, I can help you with that. Please check out my contact information below. Just shoot me a note and I'll be happy to help you. If you're looking for something that's maybe a little bit smaller, a little bit more manageable because you're starting, you're a newer sailor, absolutely can help you with that as well. Subscribe to our channel, click on the link above, and that's going to take you to a playlist with a wide variety of other sailboat styles and sizes. If you're a power boater, there's a playlist there for you too. So with that, folks, thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on the water.